Okay, welcome to this quick course with WordPress, and in this video I'll be telling you how you can add an automated email marketing sequence in your website. So what it basically means is a user enters their email to opt in your email sequence, and they receive automated emails from you using your email marketing software. So you don't have to do anything manually, everything is automated. The moment user enters the email, the sequence begins. The sequence begins, and they start receiving the automatic emails. So for this, what we need to do is, I have chosen Bravo. It was previously known as Sendinblue. So there are other email marketing softwares. Mailchimp, one is GetResponse. So for this explanation and for this video, I'm using Bravo, but the process which I'm going to teach you in this video is more or less the same in every email marketing software. So I'll give you a brief overview how this works. So here what you need to do is you create a list. So because the list is where all the emails will be stored in this software, and then we need to create the form, because the form will be used in the website where users can enter the detail, and then we'll create automation, and we need to create email template also. We need to create the email content, what email we need to send, we want to send to the users. So for now, firstly we'll create a list. So in the list, all the emails will be stored, and the software will use this list to send the emails. So we'll create a list, we'll type the name as list1, we'll select a folder, create a list. Okay, now we have the list ready. Now whatever emails we receive, all the emails will be into this list. Now we need to create a form. So for this, we go to forms, we click on create a new subscription form, we enter a new name, we can write anything, form 1, then we can click next, and then we have the option to design it. So we can change the title, so email subscription. We can change the font design, we can change to Georgia, we can change the size, we can change the alignment, we can insert bullets, we can change the color, and if you go back, we go to text, we can add any text here, and we can customize it similarly. We can add any image if we want. The form will expand accordingly, and we can choose any image. Maybe if you go for we can choose any stock image, maybe we can choose this, and we can hit insert, and we have the image here. Okay, so we can change the size. So if we go, okay, now this looks good, and we can go back, and we can also include CAPTCHA, I'm not a robot. So we need to create a security key using Google Authenticator mobile app. So you need to do that. For now I won't be doing it. It will complicate the process and consume a lot of time. And we can change the container, either it could be vertical or horizontal. You can see we can change the width, I would recommend medium, and we can change the border size, I would go for blue. And then for the container, we have option for border as I just edited. And for the button, this is the button, I'll change the color to maybe somewhere around here, and I go back to button, I round the corners, I change the alignment, move it to italic, and then I made it Monaco, and I increase the size, and I can increase the spacing from tight to default. So I would recommend tight, so it takes less and less space, and you can see in mobile view as well to get a better idea. And you can experiment with all these options. You can also add single choice options. There are different things you can play with. Now By not wasting any more time here, we can click on next, and then we can choose the list that we have just created, so the software can store the emails that it receives in the list. Now the double confirmation email means the user has to confirm the subscription after they have entered the email. So what basically will happen is, if the user has entered the email, so they will receive a confirmation email post they have entered after they have entered the email, asking them to confirm that they want to enter the subscription. If we choose this process will take place, and then we have options. We can send them to confirmation page after submitting the form. So after they have submitted the form into the website, they will go to a confirmation page. We can go to send them to custom link from our website, and we can send to confirmation page after clicking the validation link into the email. So even after the clicking confirming in the email, we can send them to a custom confirmation page. So we can say a thank you or something like this. And then we have simple confirmation email. Then here confirmation is not requested from the user. They'll simply receive a confirmation email stating that the email has been successfully subscribed. They are successfully subscribed to the email marketing sequence, and if they want, they can unsubscribe in the near future. So we can choose it right here. Just I'll unselect this for that, and here we can choose an email template. Email template, what basically means is what email we want to send them. So we can set the emails here in the software. We'll be setting it in a moment. Or we can go for no confirmation email. We can simply just show a simple message into the website that their subscription is successfully confirmed, or we can send them to a thank you page, or we can simply just display a small message into the same page. So we'll just display a small message into the same page, because other things will complicate this for the sake of this tutorial. We'll hit next, and now here it is we need to set what the user will see after they have submitted the form into the website. A small message indicating that either their form is successfully submitted, or the information is invalid, or there is an error, or there is a field empty. So if they have entered anything in wrong format, maybe say the email, they have not entered in the correct format, they'll see this message. If any required field is blank, they'll see this message. If their information is invalid as per the requirement, then they will see this message, and similarly if the message is successful, they will see this message. I'll show you everything practically. We can hit next. We can customize it as per our needs. Now we have the HTML code, so I'll recommend you go for the HTML. Click on it, right click, copy. Now we need to go back to our WordPress dashboard. Our form is ready. We go to the specific page. We click on edit with Elementor. So I'm teaching to do it with Elementor. So you go to click on edit with Elementor. Then you need to decide where you want to display the form. I want to display the form at the bottom of the page. So to install the form, since we have copied the code in HTML, we need a widget which accepts HTML code. So we will see if it's available. Okay, so we have a HTML widget, and then we'll drag it here and drop it here. And then the gray box that you're seeing is just for our functioning. It won't be visible to the users. They will just see the form that we are just going to enter. So in the HTML code section, we'll paste the HTML, and you can see the form exactly that was visible. But as you have already created this form in Bravo or your email marketing software, you might feel you cannot alter with the form, you cannot change the content of the form, but actually you can do, because this is in the HTML language. And if I show you right here, if I go to any element and try to change, for example, this 8 pixel, I'm going to make it 100. So you can see I see some changes here. I'm not really sure. If you are not sure what you are doing, I would not recommend you doing anything, because you might end up wasting this code, and then you'll have to go back to the software, and then you will have to copy the code again and then paste again. Whatever editing you want to do, if you don't have much experience with HTML, don't do it. Just go to the software and do it here in the design section, then it will be all good. So now we'll update it and let's see if the okay let's see if this is visible. So in the website we can see the form is visible, and it should work. Now here anyone can enter the email and subscribe. Now the next step is to decide what email we'll send and to set up the automation. So and show you how all this complete system works practically, but that I'll be doing in a moment. But for now, if you are not using Elementor Builder and if you want me to explain how you can install this form into your website using the default WordPress editor, so I'll be explaining you that for now. So I'll delete this and I'll hit update and I'll see if the form has disappeared. Okay, the form has disappeared now. I'll go back to the WordPress editor, I'll hit to WordPress and I'm back to home. Now I'll go to pages, all pages, again same process, but now I'll not hit edit with Elementor. I'll hit the button that says edit, simply edit, and then I'm in the home. So since I have used Elementor previously, I've switched the default editor with Elementor. So I have to go back to WordPress editor. I'll click here and then it shows me some notification. Note, if you have installed any code using any other HTML code or any other complex thing into using the Elementor builder, I would not recommend you switch after that moment, because there is a difference between the WordPress builder working functionality and the Elementor functionality in the backend. So if you switch, you might face some compatibility issues, your code might not run properly and you might face issues. So now as I'm back to the WordPress editor, I'll check where I want to install the form. So this place looks good. I'll click here, I'll get a plus arrow, I'll add, click on it, and since I have HTML code, I'll type here HTML and I'll click on it. So I have the box to write HTML code, then I'll paste the code, same code that I've copied from the software, email marketing software, and the process is more or less the same. We just have to get used to the user interface. Now I'll hit update and I can view the page. Now here you can see earlier I had installed the form here at the bottom. Now the form is here. I have used the WordPress builder. So now if after we have learned how we can install the WordPress this form into this website, so now what we have to do is we have to go back to the email marketing software and we have to hit done, and now we have the list. So we have the place where the software will inject all the emails and use it into the automation sequence, and we have the form using which the software will collect the emails. So now we need to set up automations. So but before automations we need to set up some email templates. So basically what email the software will send. So I have some emails here, I'll delete it for you for now, and just a moment, edit, okay, I'll leave it here for now. I'll go to new template, and the process is more or less the same in every platform you choose, either it's Bravo or GetResponse or MailChimp or MailerLite. So now we have to give it a name. So we can say something like test email 90. Then we need a subject line. The subject could be hello there. Now we have the option to add the preview text. So preview text is basically there is a line that is visible after the subject, after this at the bottom of the subject line. before the user opens the email. So it's a preview of what the user is, the email content. So we can write here the preview text. Now we have to choose our email. So this is the default email that is installed. This is the name, and then you don't have to do anything else. Hit next. Now you choose the format. So here we have some default designs. I would recommend you go with a simple design, because Gmail tends to dislike the emails that has a lot of salesy stuff. So they most likely will end up your email in the spam folder. And I would not recommend you add much of these, because these trigger Gmail spam algorithm. So you can add, if you want, you can add these videos and all these things. You can click on it and you can add the YouTube link, but for now I'll not do it. I'll delete it for you, and I'll hit delete, hit confirm. And if I want to add some title, maybe I can write the title here. So I can write maybe a title, and I can edit all this content simply by double clicking it and editing it. So now we have the email ready, and we can hit save and quit. So we have this email template called test email 90. Now after we have set up the email templates, we need to go back to the automation. So we need to set up automations. So we go back to automations. Now I have many automations here, but for now I'll create one new, and I'll use the classic editor, and I'll type the automation auto sequence 111, and I don't need to put any description. I'll create the automation, and now I'm here at this design platform. So here what I can do is I can set up the automation. So here I have to set the entry point. So I'll hit plus, and the entry point is a contact form. So I'll hit this, and I have the form that I have designed. So I'll choose the form. So this is the form, I believe. Yeah, this is the form, and I'll hit OK. So if anyone enters their detail into this form, the system will automatically detect it, and then I'll hit plus, and I'll hit, maybe if I want to add a delay, so I can search for a delay. I can add a delay for maybe 1 minute, but for now I'll not do it. I'll just send the email, and then I can choose the email template that I have designed. I can refresh the list if I cannot find one. So I cannot find my email, then I'll have to create a new email template, and the process is same. I'll hit a template name, and I'll hit a subject line, and I'll choose the email, and I'll leave everything else. Next step, the layout is a simple one. Many times you might not find your email, so this is how it will work. Edit your email and save and quit. Now you have to save and activate. So maybe I had forgot to save and activate the email. So many times you might forget these things, so you have to go back and repeat the procedure. Now if I go back to the automations, here's the auto sequence. I hit edit. I can simply click on it, and I can see. So I can choose the email. Then here I have my email available, so I can hit OK, and now the user will receive this email. So I can activate the automation. The automation is active. I can go back, and I can see my form is here, and this is the form that we have selected. So if anyone enters the email, I'll immediately get the email ID. I will immediately get the automated email. So now let's test this stuff. I'll refresh the page and I'll enter my email ID for you and check if I receive the automated email sequence as a customer. So I can hit subscribe and I can see the message that we have set in the email marketing software. Subscription is successful. What if I don't enter the email using the proper format? So maybe if I can write ABC something like this and I don't write at gmail.com or at yahoo.com and I hit subscribe, we will see subscription could not be saved, please try again, and this is the error message. So this is the message that we have set earlier in the email marketing software. Now after we have subscribed, let's check if we have got the email. So we go back to our email and see we have received the email just now, and this is the format that we have set, and we have got the email just 0 minutes ago. That's the email that we have set, and this is the subject ABC, and this is from the email ID that we have set. So this is how you can set all the automations, and this is how your customer is going to receive your automatic emails. And you can set many emails using this. You can set delays, you can set WhatsApp messages. I can show you. So if we go back to automations, and this is the automation, so you can play with this. You can maybe add a delay just like I showed you. You can wait until, or you can add other conditions. You can send WhatsApp messages, SMS, payment request, and you can you can call a webhook, you can block a contact, and you can record a conversion. So this is, you can play with all this. You can add a different entry point as well, and you can add more follow-ups. And if we go back to our list that is in the campaign, that in the contacts list, then we will see the list has the particular email ID that we have just entered. And if you want to blocklist this or delete it, we can select it and blocklist it, or go to more actions or permanently delete it. Now this is the automated email sequence. Now what if you want to send the emails manually? Then you simply have to go to campaigns, and you can create a campaign. For this also you need an email template, you need an email that is set up. So you can choose a campaign. So we can say campaign 1. We can create a campaign. So this is the manual campaign. So we have a sender, so that we have set up the email. So this is the preview text that I have showed you earlier. We can save it. Now we need to add the recipient, so we have to choose the list that has the email. So we can choose the list number 1. We have one recipient, we can hit save. Now let's see if we receive another email. So we have received one. Let's see if we receive another one using this manual campaign. Now we add a subject, so we have this test subject, and we can edit the preview text. So this is test preview. Now we can hit save. Now we can hit start designing. So we can go to my templates, as we have already created one, so we can use this template. We don't need to create the template again and again, and it will just show us a preview. We can save and quit. It will take some time, and now what we can do is we can hit schedule, and we can hit send now. We can even schedule it for later, but I'm doing it now. The email is scheduled, and the email will be sent in a moment. And let's see if we receive the email. So I'll refresh it for you, and hopefully we should be able to see the email. It might take couple of minutes, but hopefully you'll see the email. As of now I am seeing the clock icon, which means the email is scheduled but it's not sent. The moment it's sent, I'll see the update as sent. So I'll refresh it for a few minutes and it's running, so I can check my email, and we have received, as I can see, the test subject, and we can see the email. We can see the test preview as well, and we can go back and click on it and we can see the particular email. If you want to remove this sent with Bravo logo, or you might face this issue with other email marketing platforms as well, you can buy the premium subscriptions also. But for now, you can, for just trying it, you can just use it. There's not much of a problem. So we have tested everything, and we have I have explained you how you can get accept the email IDs, how you can create the form, how you can set up the automations, how you can also send manual campaigns to your customers. So I hope you liked the video. I hope this was informative for you, and I hope I was able to add value to you. So see you in the next one.